Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Creeper World 4. We are going back to the colonies. We are trying this map, which is the Cursor Vacuum Play as Creep. I downloaded it, I checked it out at the very beginning, and that is all I have done. This is a different type of play as creep map. We are not controlling emitters. We are not being the queen and sort of raining down things from orbit, and yet we will still be doing things from orbit. As we can see, there is a whole lot of text from the Hive and the drones. I will let you read this. There is a lot. This will be a fairly longer map, so, there is all the text. I just don't want to get too far. Here we go. We have cursors as teleportation beams. That is the key. And we control that with our right click. As well. So as we can see, this is the map. There is a whole lot going on, and we are going to hide paths right away. We do not need to see all of that mess. And we do start in this corner. There is some creeper breeder here, and that is how it goes. So if we unpause, we can see loads of anti-creep coming down, and we can see a small little pool of creep. And one thing, see, as you can see, I can pick it up, I can put it down. So I can pick it up from over here, and I can put it down over here. As we destroy more and more things, we will get stronger and stronger with our pick up ability. We'll be able to pick up just a slightly bit more. So we do want to destroy things. We want to keep this actually filled. I shouldn't have picked it up over there. And that's pretty much all I have in terms of knowledge officially, is just this beginning portion. Looks like we're going to want to go over there for sure because it's out of the anti-creep. And I want to get this area kind of under control. We do want to get these mortars destroyed, so we're going to put it down and pick it up right before the mortar hits. That's sort of my goal. Looks like it's going fairly well. We've destroyed some towers. Can I get this last mortar? Or just this mortar, I suppose. Looks like I did. Not too bad. There is no rebuild system, which is great. And yeah. Again, just dropping it and then picking it up right before the mortar shells hit is sort of the goal here. Drop, pick up, drop, pick up. I think this beginning is actually going pretty smooth. Let's pick up some more from the back. And again, I think we are... Ooh, I think I left some creep down, but that's okay. That's okay. Some creep can go. The key is we are taking the land that is ours, and we're going to just destroy these mortars that are sort of raining down on our building supply. Looks like I got them all. Fantastic. And this now will spread. So fantastic. Let this build up. Maybe we'll actually... Oh, I can't move with right click. That is the problem. I'm so used to moving with right click in this game that is actually quite the dilemma for me. We are destroying more and more of the towers down below just due to the static creep spread that we have. And again, just a little pick up, a little put down. That's all we really need. We don't need much creep to take a mortar. Mortars are the easiest thing to take in this mode because look at that. I mean, their shots take so long. And this one should fall. There we go. So we've taken... Oh, I'll leave that there. We've taken this. This is actually filling up, and look at how much more we can pick up now. We're picking up substantially more creep. And let's actually try and work on this area, because if we can get this, I have a feeling that is going to be some very big help. However, these cannons are more of a problem than anything else. So let's just work on a couple mortars in the area. And if we can get these... Oh no, I failed. I failed real hard. So we'll suck it up, leave the center again. We want the center to be just breeding. And actually, really, if we can just get this nullifier, that'd be amazing. So let's try and pick up a lot and just keep dumping it. Because if we can get this nullifier, that's going to just be everything, I think. Because, I mean, it's an emitter. That's our first emitter. We got the nullifier. There we go. How big is this? 200 every 0.5. Piece of cake. We can fill up, put creep all around the edge, and the mortars aren't going to care about it because there's something better for it to target. The mortars in the, I was going to say fog of war, but the anti-creeper down there will be shooting us, but you know what, that's okay. Look at that. All of these mortars going down. And then we are going to handle these pesky towers themselves. I don't know. I'm on beaming up mode, so we have beamed up all we can. Fantastic. Let's get these cannons underway. We want to actually bring it from the back to the front, because the front is what they're actually targeting. So we can sort of just rework it. Look at that. Just move it from the back to the front. They're getting overwhelmed. And I think they should fall any moment. Come on. Come on. You can do it. You can die. Yeah, that's right. Boom, boom, boom. Just the one, and we have done it. Pretty good. Pretty good. This is still just filling up. That's what we want to see. And again, over here we have a blob nest. Can we put creep in here? We can. Alright, so we're just going to worry about this. We're just going to take creep from this emitter and get this nullifier because we can. Right there. Boom. What's that? 50 every 0.5? Nowhere near as strong. But you know what? We did get it. Let's get the shield too, because that shield will be annoying. And let's actually work on getting this emitter. Boom. Look at that. Goodbye, shield. And let's just leave a nice little pool around. Our goal will be to completely overwhelm, because the backside is primarily mortars, so mortars should have a harder time with dealing just tiny bits of creep versus larger bits of creep. I hope. Maybe I can't beam enough yet, but it looks like we are slowly taking them down. We've taken out some of their network of energy, which is always a good thing. We will be focusing on energy. I do love the destruction of energy in this game. That one tower is causing problems. But look at that. We just destroyed 3 of the mortars. 1 was the super mortar, which is fantastic. And you can see, boom, 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 boom. We just got rid of a whole slew more mortars. So this is becoming ours. Maybe not the quickest, but definitely faster than we need. Now, unfortunately, because of this mode specifically, I mean, it's very reliant on you doing things actively with your mouse. I'm not really going to be playing this on a fast speed. I do really like the fast speeds, don't get me wrong. But it's not really going to be helpful, so to speak. Because as you can see, even this emitter, which is spewing out loads and loads of creep, I mean, it is just not. You can see how big this map is real quick, just so we can see that. It's just massive. We have to just start freeing things. I do want this nullifier. I want this blob nest too. What's over here? Another emitter. So we will be going for the emitters. We want emitters as much as possible. More emitters means more creep for us to suck up and enjoy. But also, if you notice, we actually get at least less creep the closer we put it to the right side of the map. So we actually will generate more creep than we suck up over here. As you can see, we actually get 114%. So if I actually pick it up from over here and put it over here, we're actually generating extra creep. 15% extra, in fact. Whereas if I put it where I want to put it, which I'm still going to do just because I do want this one emitter, and I did waste time, I will admit. I am only putting down a fraction of that, unfortunately. And you can see how much more we're sucking from this area. Actually, maybe I should get rid of that M-Rift. I don't know. That is something to determine as well. But you can see the planes are already bombing us. I just want this nullifier. That will help. Oh wait, I'm sucking it from the wrong emitter. That's why. I want it from the big emitter, the big one. It is a little awkward to see. We did get this. This will start just producing. It's not going to do too much. Again, it's just going to sort of waste their energy for now, but that is okay. Let's actually focus on what we need to expand. So we have areas over here. Let's, again, get some mortars, because that's shooting our generation pool. We want to get our generation under wraps. The more we generate, the easier we can pull creep. The easier we can pull creep, the better for everything. And you can see we're putting down so much creep so fast now because we've taken some towers. We're able to just fill up the anti-creep. So even though there's anti-creep there, it looks like a decent bit. We're able just to completely overwhelm them. And now we're at the point where we can actually start planning some utter destruction. So for instance, we can do what we sort of did in the other creep map, where we cut off their energy supplies. So if we start going this way, that's what we're going to want to do. We're just going to do a little bit of creeper cutoff. Now, again, I could do this much further along, but if you notice, again, the percentage that we gain from creep putting down is significantly lower. So every tower we take out is a very good tower. We want to get them all dead, and then we're going to cut off this section. Once we cut off this section, it's going to greatly expand our amount and quantity of creep. So let's just get that. Let's get this one. This one actually has some towers on it, so we're going to go for this one. Why not? We can adjust. No problem. That should take that out. Done and done. And now you can see the energy, because we have hide paths. Now the energy is going this way. So we can see these two are now very important. We're going to wait for these 3 mortar hits. Done and done. And then we should be able to get both of these. Oh, so close. That's okay. We have our super emitter right there. That will get it. Done and done. And again, we're not necessarily worried about picking up every single bit this time, because now we have a good source of creep. I probably should even just go for this one right here. It makes things a little bit easier. And it is dead anyway. So now you can see it's just these 2 and a couple over here. No problems whatsoever. And we can even just sort of lay the groundwork for the top. There really isn't too much shooting the top there, and you can see boom, 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 boom. We have done some utter destruction, and with this here, we should... Oh, are they still getting energy over here? No. Look at that. Shut off over here. That's what we wanted to see. This emitter should now fill up this area, no problem. There is nothing that's going to be stopping it. So we have gained a huge swath of land again. Unfortunately, this is sort of taking its toll, but we have some problematic pieces right here. The Air Force is going to stop us, but we got the MRIFT. That was the thing that we wanted to get there. Get that MRIFT dead. It's just going to cause all the energy in the world to come through this. We can see it looks like this has gotten rid of the shield. I'm not sure how that happened, but I am not going to complain about that whatsoever. And you can still see this is now expanding. This is growing without contention, so we are building our stores. Let's get some blobs as well, because blobs are always a very good time. Again, we have plenty of creep, and unfortunately for the game, there is a limit on how much creep you can essentially have on the map. It will cause some problems later on, but we will get through. No problems. Got our blob nest, and as you can see, because we can suck up so much more creep, look at how fast things now go down. So what do we want? Again, just like before, we want to cut off power. We want, and at the same time, because there are areas outside the anti-creep, we want to get to that as well. It just makes life a lot easier not having to go through the anti-creep. So kill their little bastions. It doesn't hurt, you know? But let's see, where do we want to go? Do we want to do a big cutoff? Or do we want to actually do some really hard focusing? So for instance, if we just do this, it's going to take a little while because, again, we cannot suck up, or we're putting down only 19% of the creep that we're sucking up. But that 19%, we want to suck it up from the main pile, is enough to go through the anti-creep. So if we keep doing this, it'll take a second, but it should eventually destroy this runway. Unfortunately, it's taking a little bit longer than I was hoping, but I want this runway destroyed, because we destroy this runway, that's a huge hit to their... I mean, it's actually not a huge hit to their economy, it's just a huge hit to what's destroying this emitter. I like that emitter. That emitter's my friend. I've named it in my head, you know, but that's okay. That's okay. How is this? It looks like it. There we go. We have destroyed the runway. Not too bad. Again, it was not hard to destroy, but that wasn't the easiest thing. But now all of their planes are shut off. So fantastic. We've shut off their planes. We have 3 blobs every so often. They're just going to do their thing. I mean, that's really all there is to it. We have a huge line of towers here. We don't want to deal with that. We have an emitter over here. Let's try and help this emitter out. Now that we can suck up A, more creep, B, there's no more Air Force. Not that the Air Force was necessarily affecting this, but it wasn't necessarily helping with this area over here. This is where the Air Force was primarily focused. And you can still see the Air Force is using up its ammo. That is what the Air Force does. But I want to get this emitter. Ooh, look at that. We got a log, and basically this is saying if we are beaming down 85% of the way from the Rift Lab, we will get a skimmer, potentially, if we have a full tank. So if we pick up everything, fill this to full, let's see if we can get a skimmer to appear. Look at that. A little skimmer, skimming away. Kind of cool. It's a really neat little feature. So we can sort of start spawning skimmers at a whim now. But again, it's a chance. So that third one you just saw did not actually spawn a skimmer. It happens, but that's okay. We're actually so far away we actually generate more creep than we suck up. So theoretically you can put down, suck up to full, put down, suck up to full, and then look at that. We just spawned a skimmer. Yay, skimmer. We're not going to be using that too much. Right now, at least. We need to determine where we want to cut them off. And I think this area is a very good point. It's not too far along that we won't have any creep. And also we'll be able to get a large portion of it through the overground, so to speak. And that's what we want. We want to be able to get as much as possible not in the anti-creeper. Because, you know, that's going to cause us problems, you know? The anti-creeper itself is just going to destroy us. So let's free up this emitter completely. And then we'll use this as our staging ground. Again, the cannons are the worst part because the cannons will destroy the creep that we're putting directly on them. Mortars themselves, far less a problem because they shoot the deepest creeper. So even if there's a tiny bit under them, they're not going to shoot that if there's something bigger elsewhere, and that is the real key feature. So you can see, look at this. Now that we freed this emitter, it's starting to leak down. Let's get these 2 towers, and that cuts off. Look at this. We now have half of the map cut off thanks to this section. That's pretty beautiful, if you ask me. The creep is slowly taking over. Again, because we shut off this has expanded. We can suck up more creeper, because every time you destroy something, you can suck up more and more creeper. So now we can go towards the cannon side or the mortar side. And as I said before, mortars are far slower to deal with the creep. So we are going to go with the mortar side. Now, we are so far away from our prime production that this is not the easiest thing to do in terms of sight. But you can see I just destroyed a tower there, and we're going to just, again, suck up from the back and then place it down. We want this one down, we want this one, and we're almost there. We're already just a few towers away from a huge gain in our power level. Looks like, oof, that tower is just hanging on, but we did get another one. Fantastic. That is what I like to see. Let's get you. Let's keep going up and over, and I'm surprised this one is hanging on. Let's just suck up all of this. See, that's how fast we suck things up now. We are prime suckers entirely. All right, good. We have gotten to the point where we are almost there, just maybe 1 or 2 more. I'm trying to distract them a little bit by going for one and then immediately switching to another. So that is one thing. It does appear it does work. So if I go here and then here and then here, the mortars are a little slow to react. And as you can see, we got another one down. Energy is still flowing this way thanks to this connection and this. Actually, this might be the last connection. I probably should focus that. Let's just pick up, put down, and see. Look at that. We just shut off this entire half of the map. This entire half of the map has been shut off from this line over. It's done. We now own this. They will run out of ammo. It may take some time. Again, this will take some time to creep, so to speak. But there's nothing they can do because they are not on an auto-build setting. I do want to play some auto-build maps. They are quite fun. I'm a big fan of auto-build maps, but this doesn't have it. So I am going to just use that to my advantage. One thing to note, this is the Rift Lab. And let's actually flatten AC so we can see things a little bit better. So you can see this entire line didn't have to deal with. This little line didn't. Everything here we didn't have to deal with. It's just ours by default. You can just see the shut-off line. It's beautiful. So we can't put creep too close. So as you can see, I'm in beam down mode. I can't put creep there. If I keep going, look, it seems to start about there. So that's where I can start putting down creep. And I can put it down at a very low percentage, but that's okay. I don't need a high percentage to work. And we also can put it down up here. So let's actually start making our own little upwards bastion near the base. This, hopefully, I'm going to pick it up before the mortars hit, or a little bit up at least. And our goal will be to start taking some of the final result, so we can see, or final area, because if we can take this is again a nice little area that we can take, and that should hopefully help us in controlling the area. We're gonna, again, we want to isolate this Rift Lab from everything. So looks like we've cut off most of the area. Looks like they are pretty much out of power, so this should be ours now. Fantastic. It's all going down. We have taken some good land here. There's a little bit here. Let's just put it down. That tower can't do anything. You're done. Oh, look at it. Look at it go. And now we have... Look at that. I mean, we have a bastion. Now, we can't just put all our creep here yet. We don't have enough suck power. But as these get destroyed, you see, we're at 25, 35, 45, 50. Every time we destroy something, we gain 5 more power to our suck potential. We are the masters of the suck. And yeah, I'm going to use that to my advantage. So this looks like... How close will it be that we put stuff down? Let's just do a little test. Okay, so it does look like this is basically where we're going to sort of assault. We did take out that pylon, which is fantastic, but it looks like it's a radius, so it'll be something along this line. And basically everything not in this area, we want to have no power. Again, we are in the power destruction mode. So if we come over here, that means... we're going to start with this, and we're going to go over here. This is our curvature. We're going to pick it up before the mortars hit, and let the mortars slash, 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 and then put it back down so we can destroy the towers. And then let's get this tower. I'm just going to let the mortars... I'll suck this up real quick. I want this one tower. There we go. We got it. There we have it. As you can see, we're sucking up huge areas and moving it to the front. So, it's quite beneficial to do this. The problem is you can sort of ruin your own lines if you suck up too much. So again, we're dropping it, letting the mortars hit, or picking it up before the mortars hit, ideally, and getting another tower. So every tower we take, again, is one closer to the big cutoff. As you can see, the energy is sort of coming out through here. So we definitely want to get these towers. And as you can see, because we have hide paths on, we can see exactly what they're using, which is this right here. So let's completely decimate. See, look at this. I just completely decimated this emitter with that one bit of sucking. It happens. You know, there's no perfect way around it because most of the emitters are not great except for this one. I mean, they're not bad, they're just not, you know, the same quality. But we can see, alright, I can't put it there, so it looks like we're going here to here. These are our next 2 towers that will be problematic. Again, you want to pick it up before all of the cannons, or the mortars, hit, and then put it back down, and you can take a tower. This is a little individualistic, you know, we're going one at a time, but unfortunately, unlike my other video, I can't just do a whole line, because we don't have that much sucking power yet. Strictly because, oh god, look at them all. Look at all the mortars coming in. And that's why you drop it down, pick it up, let the mortars hit, drop it down, and we got it. We have got another one. And you can see, they're almost done. They're down to the edges. And I'm just gonna let that die. Pick up just a tiny bit here, and we should get this one right there. Perfect. There again, just so you can see, without the flattened AC, there is still a good amount of anti-creeper around. But look at this, we are down to just 1 or 2 more towers that we need, and we have essentially shut off another large section of the map. So that one, and now you can see the power is going to start flowing this way and around. And you know what? Instead of going for the, oh, you know, I'm just going to go for this. These are the easier ones. So let's just do it. We've done it. We've shut them up down. Oh no, they have energy over here. Oh, I missed it. Let us get these towers. That was my fault entirely. I did not... Ooh, look at that. Additional replication. We can now beam down blobs, potentially, when we beam to the back. And the only reason to beam to the back is when we're multiplying creep. We don't need to multiply creep. Look at all the creep that we have. We need to suck up the creep. Unfortunately, the percentages don't appear to change, so we're always going to be putting down tiny bits of creep in this area compared to what we were doing before. It happens. I'm just doing a huge swath there to get a few towers guaranteed killed, because we're going to need to kill that area anyway, and that guarantees this is the only tower left. So let's make sure we get them, and boom, there we go. We now have limited them from this area. This whole area is gone. It's now just this little bastion. Not too bad. Again, the creep is just flowing over. That's what we want to see. And our creep emit mode basically is the amount of creep allowed on a map. So we're halfway there. We can just completely dump our creeper back here, and that will entirely overwhelm the map, but we don't want it in the back. We want it in the front. So we are not going to be emitting in the back. As much as I do want to, just to sort of increase the flow, I will actually turn the speed up here, because, you know, we're going to let our creep flow over things, as you can see. But this is actually the hardest part, because we can't ever put creep in this radius. We sort of have to get with the controlled times, and as you can see, at a higher speed it is much harder to control. But with this, again, we just shut off a few more things. You know, the more we shut off, the better. You know, it shuts off this little section. I'll take it. And yeah, just boom, boom, boom. We're now up to 4,500 creeper that we can suck up, which is pretty fantastic. So if we just do a big dump right there, we actually want to do a big zoom out, and we're going to just dump a whole... Look at even that. That's our big emitter, and we're able to suck it off. So we're just going to start dumping in this corner. It doesn't appear that they've detected. Fantastic. We can now do a spore, blob, or skimmer. Don't really care about the spores. That's perfectly fine. We just want to keep flooding this corner, because this corner is close to them. They will be able to hold it back, but we are also moving creep to the front lines, and that is what's important. Even though it's only 20% of the creep, we are moving it to the front. And you can see, look at this. Look at the flow. It's starting to go in. We don't care about the other side right now. This is our mode of attack. The closer we can get, I don't think I can get much closer. That is the problem. I am trying to stay in the corner to sort of drive it to move towards the front, but it doesn't quite look like it's doing the best work. These cannons are doing a fantastic job at holding us back. Again, if we look at the amount of AC there is, not too much left, and that is actually fantastic. We don't want AC on this map, without a doubt. And how can we help? So if we just do... actually, let's turn the speed back down. That way we can see exactly how we can impact things. So we're taking a whole slew of creeper. Where do we want to go? So let's... Okay, so that is about as close as we can get. So let us try and just help out just a wee bit. Unfortunately, one of the natures of this map is you do need to see the back. You know, you don't want to pull creeper from the front, because your front is all your creeper that's attacking, in essence. So, but look at that. We can put down just a wall. I want to go pick up more creeper. Maybe I'll just pick it up from the middle. That's fine. We'll pick it up from the middle. Put another wall. Again, just to sort of disrupt them, cut them off even further. Use up the ammo on the areas that are cut off. And now they are completely isolated. These will fall because they have no ammo left. It happened. And we've taken some good area over on this side. So this area, again, has a lot of cannons, and cannons are problematic. They have tons and tons of these... Ooh, there we go. Let's get that section. Just get those sprayers. They have tons of sprayers, and that's the problem. Sprayers are still annoying. They do still have a source of bluite in their mine. And whenever a sprayer dies, it will be releasing its anti-creep payload, so to speak. Let's see. How close can we get? Right there is about as close as we can get. Let's get at least one more tower. You're gonna die, sir. I'm sorry to say. It has been said. There we go. Another tower down. Towers, again, least favorite things to deal with. Although the mortars are doing a good job, but look at that. By just making a pillar right on the edge, we're able to sort of just overwhelm them. Even the mortars can't handle it. You know, the mortars can't take out the big pillar fast enough, and then it just starts to spread. And if we can get our towers destroyed, which we did do, we're able just to overwhelm them with a flood. So, beautiful, beautiful. We have taken more Landia, and yeah, we're feeling pretty good. They have some urns. Thankfully, again, they are not rebuilding as they potentially could be. So let's start working on this side as well. Again, they have a lot of cannons on the side, so I don't really want to work the cannons. I want to work the mortars, because the mortars will shoot the big pillar in the center. They're not going to care so much about that tiny little bit that's sort of crawling towards them. And they're just going to get overwhelmed, just like that. And then if we take these mines, if we can take the mines, you know, he who has the energy rules the world. Thankfully, we can take creeper over there. There are eggs over there as well, which is fantastic. You want to... eggs don't pop unless there is no creeper, so these eggs should be popping, and then we can just suck them up. So we're using that as egg creeper power generation, in essence. I do love the use of eggs. I wish as this closed in, I could put it on the creeper. Oh, no, I sucked it up. Oh, see, there's the problem. You can... Oh, I'm on suck mode again. Oh, jeez. It's the worst. That's the worst. But we did cut off their source of bluite. I just wanted to get the... I can't believe I just ruined that. Oh, I mean, I can. It happened. But look at the amount of creeper we have right here. And we're only making more. We want these mines. Once these mines go, especially these two mines are the ones we really, really want. But I'll take any. They're generating too much energy for us to quote-unquote deal with right now. But it does appear that they have the mortars and the cannons on this side to deal with things. Let's try and close them in just a wee bit more. Okay, it is pushing in. Maybe I should keep working over there. But again, our goal is just to create these overwhelming things. Like, look at that. I mean, that tower was holding strong. Not anymore. It is gone. So, mortars, again, you can cause to attack, or force to attack what you want it to, in essence. Towers are the problem, because they will just attack what's closest. I'm still too close to the Rift Lab. Please put it down. And we did get, see, look, just a tiny bit of creeped in, and a tiny bit of creeped in, of course. Of course! Oh, it's like the way the game is named, and we can start working on this side too. We can see creep coming everywhere. We can see things being destroyed. We have the technology, we have the spores, we have the blobs. And that's actually something that we can work towards as well. So maybe the problem is, I don't want to just fill up the back. Because if you start filling up the back, it will, even though we want the blobs, like I would love 5 skimmers right now. That would be immense. And maybe I should focus on the blobs and the skimmers. It will take some time to get down here, but I think if I can get these cannons out with these massive waves, and if we can even suck up the waves from behind us that we're sort of putting down and just keep them on the front, get a cannon and a mortar, I think we're just closing in on them. We're making their life so small that I think we basically have it. We should get them. I mean, there should not be enough defense for this amount of creep. And there we go. Our right click will summon spores, blobs, and skimmers. So, yeah, let's see if this works. If I just start clicking. Oh, there's a skimmer. Oh, there's some spores. Oh, yeah, there we go. That's what we want to see. Done and done. See, look at this final destruction. Oh, raining down all sorts of creep hell on them. As they said, the right click button does get a workout. Every time you click, you get something. We have done it. We have taken the world. That is the Rift Lab. That is the end result. And that is the map. We can see loads of eggs over there. But yeah, this is, let's see if we can just keep spawning stuff in the center. Cleanse the world still has not yet happened. I don't know what isn't cleansed. There we go. We've done it. We've cleansed the world, restored order. Fantastic. Let's do a rift jump. I'm not sure how well our time will be. I hope it's not terrible, but we shall see. 38 minutes. Again, that ×4 probably didn't help. I could have really cut it down quite a bit with that, but not terrible. Pretty much average, I would say. Definitely far longer, definitely far quicker. We could have just cut off the swaths from the beginning, things like that. All of those things do add up, but I would say a pretty decent time. I'm pretty happy with it, so not gonna complain. So that has been a new Creeper World map. Fantastic. Maybe I'll do one of the auto build FPSs. Looks like FPS 6. We could go straight into that. Another build map, so maybe we'll do that. FPS 6, that sounds good. There's a lot of them. There's 5, you know, blah, blah, blah. Let's just go into like 6. They probably figured out some really good stuff by then. See how it goes. Auto build away, and it's first-person shooter. How many different modes does the game have? Thanks to I was going to say thanks to developers, but it's actually thanks to the players that are creating things on these colonies. It's amazing. So, thank you very much for checking this out. Greatly appreciated. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you want to see more, let me know. If you want to see less, let me know as well. I greatly appreciate it. Have a wonderful day, and I will catch you next time. Thank you very much.